gonna fuck me up. Make it up as you go along.
Do you want like the triangle at the back?
Nah, not really.
No.
Nah, just go for like kind of natural, you know? This place is actually mad though, like there's something different going on the whole time.
Hairy boy. What's the goal in life?
The hard-hitting questions, damn. So I suppose my goals have kind of changed a lot recently. They're always changing. Definitely growing up, and when I was kind of leaving school, I chose the engineering route probably because I was pretty money driven. I suppose growing up, like we didn't have a whole lot of money in our family, so I was like, oh, it'd be sick to buy mum a house. That was definitely the goal for a while, and it still is. But kind of recently, I suppose I've been putting myself first a little more, and kind of fell in love with CrossFit. And when I got out of rugby, kind of didn't know what I was going to do with myself, and kind of just fell into CrossFit, and kind of ended up just being like perfect timing, and I ended up kind of being good at it too. People say like, oh, you have to find your passion and stuff, but nah, like I don't agree. I think it's like find something you're good at, and then when you're good at it, I think you end up enjoying it.
Yeah, true.
And then it becomes a passion. So I don't know. I kind of think of it in reverse. So yeah, my goal kind of over the last maybe year and a half was like, all right, I want to see how far I can go as like a professional athlete.
Yeah.
Or see if I can even make it professional. Because when I was a kid, like the dream was to be a professional rugby player.
Yeah. How do you make it professional in CrossFit? Is it just to go into these world events?
So.
And then when are you classed as a CrossFit professional athlete?
So essentially, like when you make it to the CrossFit Games, it's kind of like the World Cup of CrossFit. It happens every year. The top 40 athletes, top 40 male, top 40 female, go to the US and compete over like a week. And obviously there's teams divisions and stuff as well, but kind of the spotlight is on the individuals. So there's a bunch of stages. So like everyone across the whole world will do, like who do CrossFit, will do the CrossFit Open, all the same workouts. And so that's normally in February, and it's over like the space of 3 weeks. So you do a workout a week for 3 weeks, and you submit your scores. You have to get judged, and so basically then the top 10% in your region progress to the quarterfinals. So they really whittle it down there. The difficulty of the workouts go up, more higher skill movements, and so then they whittle it down even further after the quarterfinals, and you go to the semi-finals, which is an in-person competition, because the open and quarters are all online or in your own gym. So then each region will have a semi-final. So the one in Europe this year was in Berlin, and so each semi-final then is given like a set number of spots to progress to the games.
Yeah.
So in Berlin this year, I think there was like 12 or 13 spots. So like that's such a small number. And when the standard's so high in Europe as well, like.
Which one did you get invited to?
You have to be so good. Oh man,
Morocco?
I didn't get anywhere near semi-finals this year. So there's a bunch of competitions in the off season, and like they're just for fun, but you can still like win money, and it's really high standard. So I did qualifiers for Marseille Throwdown, so south of France, and it was this new division for 18 to 21 year olds, and I just got in the window, because I'm not 22 till the end of the year. And so I did a bunch of qualifier workouts, had to record them in my own gym and submit them, and ended up qualifying and got an invitation to go. But just the way it worked out with coming here, I had to decline the invite. But that would have been sick, but I'm sure there'll be more opportunities,
Definitely.
Even though I couldn't go, I was still absolutely buzzing. Like, it's a pretty big achievement for me, I think. It kind of reassures you as well that, like,
to know that you're there.
I'm good enough to compete with these
Yeah.
these boys, you know. Do you know, looking at the standard of the athletes going to semi-finals, going to the games, like you feel so far off that. But you know, when you get when you have those little milestones, those little achievements, like qualifying for my first kind of big comp, I know I'm on the right track, you know.
Definitely.
So how did you actually get into MMA?
MMA? It's actually more of like a long-term thing. It was, I wanted somebody that I was cutting his hair. He was working out at the gym that I'm at now. And he was saying, I was saying something like, learning MMA is like a superpower. You walk down the street, nobody knows you've got it, but you've got it, sort of thing.
That's sick, yeah.
And I was saying that to him, and then I think he said something like, he was like, you should join, you should come along. And then I was like, yeah, of course, man. Just never turned up. Then I saw him again, he was like, you should join. I was like, yeah, of course, I will. I was like, I'd love to. And I did want to, but it was more like the fear of turning up and fear of failure sort of thing. Turning up and people being not supportive, or people
I think that's a doubt that everyone has, though. You know? Kind of have to just throw yourself in.
Exactly, but as soon as you turn up, you do realise that nobody's like that, and they're actually the other way. They're so supportive, even more supportive than people think, and even more chilled out than people think. Probably some of the most chilled out people I've met, and they do some of the most non-chilled out sports.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Then it was like a New Year's thing. I was like, right, I'm forcing myself to go. It's New Year's, start of New Year's, January, I need to do some sort of MMA this year. And I wrote it in my notebook. And I actually went to a different gym, not that gym. So I went to a different gym, started kickboxing, loved it. But that was a gym that I didn't know anyone in. So it was weird, I don't know why I started in that one. But it kind of gave me the confidence to actually go to that other gym, because then they changed their timetable, so I couldn't turn up to it anymore. So then I messaged the other gym that I'm at now, and he's like, yeah mate, come along to the beginners class, and we'll sort you out. I went along, trained with this big guy, started enjoying it. Then I think the thing that got me into it was they were doing a deal, like 150 quid for 2 months. So I was like, and you got a free gi as well.
Oh, nice.
So I was like, all right, let's do that one. I think it helped that I had a 2-month time limit. You know, when you give yourself 2 months and you're like, if I don't like it, I can just leave.